At the Bellville Transport interchange say they're adhering to the level 4 lockdown regulations, which require all passengers to wear face masks. They say they're also providing hand sanitizers to make sure passengers disinfect their hands. There's been an increase in the number of people using public transport today after government said some businesses and industries could start operating under level 4 of the lockdown. Let's cross live now to our colleague Vanessa Poonah. She's at the Bellville taxi rank in Cape Town. A very good morning to you, Vanessa. Can you confirm what you see this morning at the taxi rank?
Yes, a very warm good morning to you. And what I can tell you here from the Bellville public transport interchange is that it seems as though there are many more people making use of public transport today as many industries return to their workplaces. Some of the taxi drivers that we've been speaking to have told us that they are very happy about the level 4 restrictions, which now allow them to operate between 5 and 7 p.m., saying that under the lockdown level 5, many of them could only do 2 trips a day, but now they'll be able to do a couple of more trips a day, of course adhering to the 70% capacity for their taxis. This, of course, equates to about 10 passengers or so. Since this morning early, I've seen a number of passengers making their way into taxis. Most of the people around this precinct really wearing face masks, and some taxi drivers telling us that they will not allow people onto their taxis if indeed they are not masked. One of those taxi drivers, of course, is Siyabonga. Siyabonga, a very warm good morning to you. Just as the taxi industry, your feelings about the level 4 lockdown allowing you to transport more people throughout the day?
Good morning to you. Yes, what I can say is this level 4 has helped us now, because now we're going to get more trips than before. We used to get 1 trip in the morning and 1 later on the day.
And there's been many more people here today as more people go back to work. And what are the measures that you as a taxi driver are taking to protect not only your passengers but also yourself?
What we do, we have sanitizers in our taxis. As you can see, I'm also wearing the mask. We encourage also the people to wear their mask, because we don't allow anyone to get into the taxi without the mask.
Some of the other drivers I've spoken to have told us about the difficulty that you've had to go through for the past month or so with less income. Banks, some of them told us, not understanding that your finances are running low. Is this something that you've experienced as a taxi driver?
Yes, I do experience that, because we're not making money. Like having 1 trip in the morning and 1 later, you also have to buy something to eat also. It was really killing us, but it's better now.
And I just want to ask you, there are fears, at this point in time, the Western Cape, with over 3,113, I think is the number of confirmed cases, also 58 deaths in the province. There is some anxiety and there is some fear. As a taxi operator, as someone who works with a number of people, is this a fear that you yourself also have, seeing that you come into contact with so many people?
Yes, we have that fear, because we don't know when you're going to get it, but we try all we have to protect ourselves. We are doing our best to protect ourselves.
Siyabonga, thank you very much for your time this morning. Of course, as you can see, Siyabonga, taxi driver, they're talking to us about the fears that the taxi industry have, many of them telling us that they themselves have families, they have to go home to their families, but at the same time, they too have to earn a living. And it's been over a month where many people in this country, millions, have had to forego salaries, had to forego a regular source of income. And as industries start opening under level 4, some of the passengers that we've been speaking to have also told us that whilst they have concerns and fears about getting into taxis with 10 people or so, they are also grateful for the opportunity to go back to work, to earn a living. But until more clarity, I suppose, around the coronavirus, and as we move towards finding a vaccine, many people still feeling fearful and anxious about not only their health, but the health of their families. Employers are still fearing for the health of themselves and the employees. And at this point in time, quite a number of people, I wouldn't say that people are practicing social distancing per se. Of course, with the TV camera around, lots of people would like to see what's happening. But I can say that more people than not are indeed wearing face masks today. I've also seen some vendors selling face masks to make sure that each and every person who comes into this taxi rank public transport interchange indeed has a face covering as is mandated by law.
Vanessa, thank you so much, and thanks to Sipho as well for the quick scan at public transport today as level 4 restrictions, the loosening of restrictions from level 5 to level 4 kick in. We're looking at different places. We're also asking you this morning, how has your first day back at work been? All the different protocols that are being conducted, are you coping with those? Let us know at the agenda _ SABC. Let's take a